Hello, dear friends. Welcome to this program called Our Moments with God, where I try to share with you my simple reflections on the daily Mass readings in an informal way, with the hope that this will help us in our spiritual journey and to build a relationship with God. And if you're interested in subscribing to this channel, you may please go to the end of the video. And when my picture appears at the bottom on the right hand side, you may please click on that and you will find the option for subscription. Thank you. If you remember yesterday, while speaking from the letter of Saint James, that was the first reading of the Mass, he was talking about why our prayers are not heard, and he said because you pray wrongly and you are more looking at the worldly things, and anything that is worldly is enemy of God. That's what he said yesterday, very interestingly. And then Jesus had also mentioned that whoever wants to be first must be last and must be the servant of all. Continuing in that same vein, Saint James today, further in his letter, says, today or tomorrow we shall go into such and such a town, spend a year there doing business and make a profit. And then he says, interestingly, you have no idea what your life will be like tomorrow. You are a puff of smoke that appears briefly and then disappears. Instead, you should say, if the Lord wills it, we shall live to do this or that. You know, in Urdu, there is a phrase which the Muslims often use. Of course, the letter of St. James was written much before Islam came into the world, but it is a common saying among the Muslims in Urdu, Insha Allah. That means, if God willing, this will happen. And this is what St. James is trying to tell us, that our life is just a puff of smoke. How does a puff of smoke disappear in the clouds or in the air? So can also our life disappear. We make a lot of plans. We have all kinds of imaginations to think, we will do this, we will do that, we will achieve this, we will achieve that, and we will make profit, as he's mentioning today. But they forget that our life is so short, it can be just taken away from us. Instead, he says, we should say, if the Lord wills it, Insha Allah, we shall live to do this or that. Insha Allah is simply if God wills that from us. And I think that is one thing we need to develop in our life, that we place all our plans, all our desires in God's hand, rather than, of course, we need to plan for our day-to-day living, but to become anxious with that and to be worried about that and then think that we have the power, that we can steer our life and we can turn the future according to what we plan and according to our will. That is where we make mistake, and that is what is disastrous actually for our human life. Then comes the reading from the Gospel, and reading from the Gospel is, John said to Jesus, Teacher, we saw someone driving out demons in your name, and we tried to prevent him because he does not follow us. Jesus replied, Do not prevent him. There is no one who performs a mighty deed in my name who can at the same time speak ill of me. For whoever is not against us is for us. And that applies to what James is saying as well, that if we believe in God and we sincerely pray with our faith, then of course nobody can do anything to us, and we can do all that in the name of Jesus. Even if we do different things like removing of the demons or helping somebody, or it is always done in the name of Jesus and through the power of Jesus that He gives to each one of us. Let us make use of the power that Jesus gives us in our own lives to live a spiritual life and to aim at reaching heaven in a very smooth way. Not that we struggle in the end of life and then think of all the wrongs that we have done in the past. No. Let us try living our lives according to the plan and will of God. And as the gospel said, Insha Allah, He will give us all that we need and require. I wish you all the very best in your attempt in your spiritual life. And if you would like to subscribe to this channel, you may do it now. Thank you.